And before we actually get to the paint, I just realized I should probably go over it a little bit. So I use milk paint, just like it sounds, milk. It's a powdered paint that comes in a bag that I grab, mix with water, and then apply. It dries it dries super quick because it is water based. It absorbs into the soft wood that I use for carving a lot because I mean it's open pore. It takes water in like a sponge or oil or whatever finish you put on it. So it really gets in there deep. It's dry to the touch in like 5 minutes. It's great. I love it. So it lets me get a bunch of stuff done quickly. And yeah, so if you it's gives you more of an opaque look, unlike like things like acrylic, where if you put it on thick, it's definitely like you cannot see through it. The milk paint, if you apply it thin the way I do, it'll, one, the paint goes a lot farther, and two, the what's the word I'm looking for? I just lost the word. But yeah, so it'll let you actually see the grain of the wood. It'll let you see the facets and what I did. It's not overbearing. It looks kind of old. And, you know, it gives it that older rustic look without actually having to wait or age it. So it's definitely something to consider if you want to paint anything that can have it look kind of old. If you're doing something like stone or something where it's going to be not porous, you want more powder to water than what I use. One of the guys that I follow on YouTube here that introduced me to milk paint, he actually mixes it to where it almost has a mustard-like consistency, where it's really thick, but he only wants to do one coat and he wants it to be solid because he puts it on wooden bowls and stuff like that just to give it a different flair. I personally don't care for the way that looks, so I don't, but it is I really do like the way it comes out. So that's all I can really think to give you guys a heads up on it before we go in, just to give you a little bit more of a background as to why I chose it. That, and it's honestly just fun to mix up and play with. So, but yeah, so with that, I will say, let's get to the main video. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, so did you guys know that you can support me for not spending a cent by hitting the like button, subscribing, and sharing my videos? Doesn't cost you a cent. Helps the algorithm see me a whole lot more, and it's totally free for you. It just takes 3 clicks. Just wanted to throw that out there. Thanks. Bye. All right, folks. So for this one, we are going to be mixing up some milk paint. I'm trying a different size jar to see if I can keep it to last a little bit longer once it's mixed. This first one is called Snow White. I'll give you one guess what the color is going to be. So, I don't want that much. Just take that, dump it in. I guess it would help if you guys could see the top of the container, so I'm going to set that aside. We'll put the lid over there. We're done with this, so I'm just going to shove my spoon back down in. I really like these milk paint for the simple fact that it leaves a very almost opaque effect on the wood. It'll absorb a little bit of it, plus it will yeah, the wood will help soak it in. And this is Salem Red. They don't have a lot of different colors in it, so you just kind of gotta pick and choose what you want. Let's get a little bit more. But yeah, so this is how I mix up my paints and the type of paint that I use for my carvings. So You'll just take, it doesn't take much, a little bit goes a long way. And then you want a little bit of warm to hot water. They recommend warm, but I usually do hot. All right. We might need more paint because I put way too much in those, but we will find out. So I'm going to grab my stash of paintbrushes that I keep for snowman kits and stuff in the winter. Let's throw one in each. I really need to get an earbud out of my ear. I forgot I don't need that in there for this. Actually, I forget I have them in half the time. So, and you just mix it up really good. It's definitely a little runny, but I prefer it runny to too thick. And then you just mix that one up. And then we're just going to grab a random block because this is going to get carved out anyway. Because this is just going to be a quick down and dirty how to do different things. So then you just paint it on. So you do get pretty good coverage with it. This is perfect for how I like it. That wood's actually absorbed a lot of it already. We're going to give that a couple minutes. I'm also getting ready for another video and I want to see how these end up looking with each other. So I might be doing a twofer on this one. So the white will definitely show up. And that white will be perfect for the other part that we're going to do. But yeah, so I mean, that's the basics of how to mix milk paint. So it's definitely not rocket science. It's super easy. It comes in, I forget how many different colors. I think they've got like 32 different options. And it comes, like you see, it comes as a powder. Mix it with a little bit of water. It goes on great. And here's what happens if it sits too long. That's pumpkin. It's got an orangish tint to it. Sometimes if it's still sealed, you can shake it really aggressively. Beat it up a little bit. Sometimes you can get it to come back. Other times it'll actually just harden in the bottom. And then, say I was using these types of jars, but I got some with child resistant locks. So water. I think it's done. Of course, it's starting to make a noise as soon as I hit start again. Yeah, we got a little bit of rain coming in, so that's just my sump taking it out of the basement of the house. I don't feel like sitting up, so we're going to bring you back down. But yeah, so that's the basics on milk paint, and part of why I love using it for wood carving, because I think it makes them look a lot better, and usually on top of that, I'll hit it with a little bit of walnut oil when I'm done. It gives it an aged look when it's still brand new. I really like the effect on it. I don't have any walnut oil down here currently, so yeah, and we're going to be doing a whole video on how to paint stuff like this, or the wood carving. We're going to be doing some couple things we've done on video already, which I'm going to finish up here in a few. So with that, I will say, Cat Hat, Dappy Dat. We'll see y'all next time. Have a good one, folks. All right, folks, and I wanted to just go over this real quick as well. This is the rest of my red. There's Federal Blue, Pitch Black, Slate, Driftwood, Tavern Green, I do have a custom purple I mixed back there. I'm also on some of my old aquariums that I'm getting in the process of cleaning out. This is chocolate brown, pumpkin, which is actually an orange. It's not really showing up too well on there. I forget what color this is off the top of my head, but I grabbed it on clearance. But yeah, so that's all the colors I have currently, and I do sometimes mix them up. Like this is a really reddish purple, but I made it work. So yeah, yet another reason why I like milk paint, because I get to play. Have a good one.